That was a nice climb, man. That was a nice climb. Get a little sideways. I was reflecting on that climb. That's hard to believe that that's a green. That's a good green. Feels good to be back on a bike, twisting some grip, making some prep in the woods. I can't even see the guy in front of me, so he's cooking pretty good. So part of the fun thing is, so this is my trip for the summer. This is my big trip with Miss Stacy and Miss Anna. They are kind of having to figure out what to do today and for a week in the middle of West Virginia. Man, I don't want to have my face shield down, but I kind of have to because it's a little dusty. Probably a razor. And Miss Stacy was a little concerned at first. She's like, middle of West Virginia. And I was like, ish. I was like, the Hatfield and McCoy trails are very popular. There's a lot of industry around it. And no offense to anybody from West Virginia. I mean, that's, you know, everybody's got their stereotypes, including me, and I will accept them. But, 2277. How's it going? You guys all right? Don't remember a 22 in there. So we might have taken a wrong turn. What was I saying? Oh, Miss Stacy and Hannah. So I was like, yeah, I mean, there's obviously going to be like lots of hiking and trails, hiking trails, stuff like that. You know, the little towns. They're not, they're not super far apart. You know, she could drive the truck, obviously. Trusted her to drive my truck because Miss Stacy knows how to drive. And as she started looking into it, there's actually absolutely a ton of stuff to do around here. And one of the greatest things that she did, and I'm glad she did because I followed suit, was join the Hatfield McCoy Trails, the original, in parentheses, group on Facebook. It is just a stream non-stop all day of people asking really helpful questions, and actual locals and people that come down here a lot answering with good information. And I say good information because we verified quite a bit of it. You know, of course there is, you got to use your Facebook and internet filter, but in terms of group quality, I would say it's way up there. Not crappy. At first I thought it was just a big advertisement scheme. But I was like, alright, I'm going to give this like 2 days. If it's nothing but advertisements for places to stay in my feed and no other kind of stuff, it's gone. But after 2-3 days, I started seeing really good information. So, it'll stay for now. And, Miss Stacy posted a a thread and was like, hey, is there some cool stuff for us to do in Welch and Matawan? And apparently there's like a ton. There's like there's science centers, and there's, in Welch itself, there's a community park and pool that has like water slides and stuff. Not big ones, but you know, it's like $3 for Hannah to get in or whatever, you know, just like good little stuff like that. Somebody told her that there's a space shuttle that was used in a movie, and I can't think of it right off the top of my head what movie, but like you can go see the space shuttle, and I was like, Anna will absolutely hands down love that. She'll probably go check that out because she's all into the moon and space and all that stuff. And yeah, I mean, I just like no problem. And the cool thing with her is like she's still taking naps, so you gotta entertain her in the morning until like 3, and then she naps until 5. So then from 5 until 7 you go do whatever, and then eat dinner, late dinner around 8, hang out, have a fire or watch some TV, whatever, and go to bed. Like it's not very hard to entertain, it's just maybe a little boring for Stace. But she's got her trips that she's got planned, you know, her big trip for the summer. She's going down to Denton, and I would watch Hannah, but she's going on a mom group trip, and all the moms in her weird mom groups on Facebook, who have become like her best friends, which is kind of cool, are meeting up in Denton, Florida, and they're bringing all the babies. And when I say all the babies, I mean it's going to be something like 26 or 28 kids. So that's kind of insane. But that also means that Daddy has a week to himself. So we're going to be doing the Cross PA Adventure Trail with Mr. Rich and Mr. Ian on the big bikes. I still have to plan a Xena trip and get her out. I haven't even ridden her any further than the neighborhood since I put her new chain on. I feel horrible. I'm a bad daddy. But been riding a quad and enjoying it. I gotta do an oil change in between that time on the AT, and I kinda have to plan the trip because we're gonna be riding and staying in lodging. We're not gonna be camping. Mr. Rich voted that off, and I kind of agree. I hate carrying camping gear. Like, it's cool that you can, but if you're gonna be riding and not staying somewhere for a couple of days, dropping the camping gear and riding more, that sucks. So Mr. Rich was like, I don't want to carry camping stuff, and I was like, I completely agree. I mean, we'll still obviously have to bring clothes and necessities. So I'm thinking panniers, no top box. Or maybe just top box and no panniers. I don't think it's going to be a very rough ride. It's going to be pretty much gravel roads type deal. It's not really a BDR per se, but like it does have BDR type options. Ooh. Wonder if these guys would be cool and let me pass. Probably not. Didn't think so. So yeah, next ride is already planned. So I mean, for getting a late start on the season, we we got lots planned, lots to do. Oh boy, that's a big one. Standing up on this quad just racks my knees so hard. And that's because of how far down I am. No entry. I want to see where we are though. I wish I knew what number that was. We might be further along than I thought. This 22 might be the one that leads to war. We'll stop at the next trail number crossing that I can actually read and see where we're at. At least for Razors, those guys are moving a little bit. Rocky corner. What do you want to bet they put those big rocks in there to keep it from wallering out and being banked? Too bad. My guess. Oh man, LTZ is running great. Super excited about that. I did not do a clutch on it. I don't know if that's the problem still. I rode it around for the rest of that day and then rode it around a bunch at home after I did the brakes, the rear brake, and it did not do that ever again. So I'm wondering if somehow, I don't know, man, the clutch needed to be adjusted. I don't know, man, but the video hasn't posted yet, so I haven't gotten your guys' opinion on it yet. It'll be up on Tuesday. Today is Monday, so it'll be up tomorrow. So this is gonna be like super old. So 77 and 17. Let's back up. Let these guys get on for a minute, and we'll stop right here and figure out exactly what we are at. Alright, I will be right back with you guys once I actually know where I am. I wonder if I just parked in a bunch of poison ivy. Oh, I heard it beep. I didn't need to shut it off. Sorry, quad. Alright, well, we're actually further along than I thought we were, which is a good thing. I was planning on eating lunch in Gary. I was planning on eating lunch in War, but we had a late breakfast and I didn't think I would be this far along already. So I figured out that the other town that I was trying to think of previously is Gary. So my itinerary, I had a plan B in case this happened, or, you know, I mean, it's a pretty obvious one if you look at the trail map. If I wasn't done, if I wasn't ready to eat, I would ride from War to Gary. And there's one trail, number 30, that I wouldn't ride otherwise, which is the trail to Gary. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you this, the rest of this on the way into War, and then I'll show you 30 on the way back, and maybe any of the blues or the stuff that I didn't hit on the way here, I'll show you. Oh, nice to be able to air it out just a little bit. probably the other end of whatever that was a do not enter where I was stopped. So it looks like slight correction from earlier. It looks like the black trails are maybe all one way. Still don't know if that's true, but that's the way it appears. So just keep that in mind. And the big thing here is they want to keep it open. They want to keep it nice. The locals that we saw last night, we went grocery shopping, and we got pizza for dinner for an easy first night because we were all exhausted from packing in the trip and all that stuff. I do see a truck up here. I didn't think trucks were allowed up here. The locals were all super duper nice and all very, very appreciative. Let's do not enter. Oh, it's a guy getting wood. He probably has a permit. Thank you. Yeah, locals were super nice. Oh, this is gonna be fun. Super fun on the way back. even on trail systems that are out and back, they call these trails. So like, not trails in the sense of that they're just loop trails that just you end up back at the same parking spot. Their trail is in to get from one place to another. At least the ones that I'm going to be riding on this trip seem to be that way. Like the Devil Ants is a trail connector, so it connects one trail to another, which is Rock House to, I don't know, one of the other ones up north. I'll look it up and I'll put it in here, but I don't know. But I'm going to use Devil Ants trail connector, which does have a few offshoot trails to it, as in a trail system. Okay, so I guess that's a better way to explain it. They are trail systems that consist of a main trail that leads from point A to point B. So while yes, you can come ride it as a trail system starting one place and ending in the same place, that's not really the point. The main point is to ride from point A to point B on the trail. So they're both a trail system and just a trail. Hope that makes sense. And that's, you know, from coming from Colorado, that's a big thing for me. 16. What does that say? I just want to go read this sign real quick. Double black Narnar. Yeah. 97. Okay, yeah, that's a Narnar. And this is nothing, maybe just a little run down to the creek or something. So we are going 16. And that's going to lead us to the promised land of war. I don't think there's, whoa. 16, 15 maybe? I don't know, we're doing 16. When we get to war, the plan is, if I'm still not super hungry, take off my ballistic vest, cool down a little bit, drink a bunch of water, restock on water if need be, check gas, and pull out the trail map, like maybe try and find a park bench or something, and get a real good idea. Okay, that's a gate. The gates are the closed gates. Very few and far between here so far. Very happy to see that. Check camera batteries, you know, all that fun stuff. Keep riding. Oh. maintenance area there. I'm gonna stop and take a look at that on the way back. Looks like it was okay to ride down to it. But again, one of my philosophies with every trail system that I go to, and this has been really tested in PA, is to be respectful and follow the rules. So I really have trouble getting down with the whole, what does it say? I think that says no entry. Yep, it says no entry. That's DNCR. There's whatever they call it down here. We're following the rules and we are legal. 16, okay, 16 is the way we want to go. 16. Stop to itch my nose. Just trying to itch my nose. Came around that corner. Right into a hill climb. Whoops. So low on this quad that it has tons of torque. Carry my big butt up these hills with ease. Oh. Do wish it was a little nicer to stand up, but even with, oh, that might be a little too low. Go girl! Oh my goodness. Alright, we'll give you a break on this one. Yeah. But there's no real good way to get any more 97. Okay, that's the double black, yeah. There's no real good way to get any more. You can get height in the handlebars, but you can't get length on the pegs. Like an aftermarket seat isn't gonna do you any good, because I mean my knees are just like up to my chest regardless of whether I sit back or up front. So I have the same problem that I have on the dual sports, but on the dual sports there's a lot more mods that are conducive. You know, you got lowering pegs and bar risers galore, and that's a no entry. And keeping my eyes open for oncoming traffic, staying nice and high. All right, always keep a look ahead so I can see almost halfway down this hill and there's nobody coming, so I can take to whatever side I want. But if I couldn't see, I would have hugged the inside of that turn. Just gotta be very careful when it's two-way traffic. So yeah, with the quad, just kind of gotta suck it up. Brought the Advil. Learned that from Dr. Dualsport. Older guy, loves to ride, likes to ride as hard as he can, but when you ride over your bones, sometimes your heart wants to go faster than your bones should go. And you know, I'm still way younger than Dr. Dualsport, but love the guy. bless his heart, he's out there doing that. He's out there riding with us. You know, we're 30 plus years younger than he is, and he's hanging. And but when I do this where I don't fit properly, it hurts more. So yeah, take a lesson from Dr. DualSport. So you can, once again, look down the trail, you can see that nobody's coming. Tons of room. I think there was a trail sign back there, but I missed it. If you guys saw it, what did it say? But yeah, definitely going to be more than likely hitting the Advil and a couple of adult beverages. Oh, I was telling you guys about that Facebook group in one of these videos. I'm going to post on there and see if there's any good local beer that I should get for back at the campfire. Always look for good local beer when we're on trips. You know, you grab a 6-pack of that and a 6-pack of something that you know is good. And then if the local stuff that you're trying out is really good, you grab a case for the ride home. It's gotta be smart, man. Gotta be smart. 6-pack's not a big risk. If it sucks, who cares? You're out what? Less than 10 bucks usually, maybe a little more. And regardless, beer's beer, it'll do the job. You just got to choke it down if it's not any good to get the desired effect of relieving the muscle aches, etc. Good. Oh, brother. I was totally right. This is a spectacular trail system for sport quads. Whoop, 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 whoop. There I go, being a looky-loo, not paying attention. That might be our first 5th gear hit right there. Back down to 4th. So I want to give a big shout out to a fella that goes by West Virginia Trailin', WV Trailin' is his channel name. He's a razor guy. We all know my opinions on razors, but this guy rides razors way more aggressively than I ride sport quads or dual sports. I think that was a single track right there. There's only one single track. Oh no, it was over by Gary. There's only one single track on this system, and it's over by Gary. So that was not a single track. But anyway, West Virginia Trailing. He does have a quad, a Renegade 1000, and he has a Can-Am X2, like turbocharged MOF, and that dude rides. Now, well, I don't think we want to go all the way down. And he has videos of a lot of the trails. He likes to ride the hard trails. So I got to see like the scale of difficulty through his videos real well. But yeah, this is kind of where you end up. A place like this, and then all of a sudden you'll pop out into town somewhere. But alright, if you guys want to see town, there's lots of videos of town. I don't need to show it again from other channels. But hope y'all are doing well, and I will catch you back in the next one when we head up to Gary. This has been Welch to War. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.